Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton in Lawrenceville, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2025 Chevy Equinox. This is the base LT trim with all-wheel drive. Way back when we did the LT trim with front-wheel drive, so now we got the 8-speed automatic in the Equinox. Base trim action, Summit White is the color, black cloth interior. So let me know if you're looking for this compact all-wheel drive SUV. Is this Equinox base trim with the all-wheel drive and only one option, the panoramic sunroof, going to do it for you? You can let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. Front end of our Equinox in the Summit White. As we come into the front grille area, as you can see, we have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the turn signals. Then we have chrome across the front grille with some chrome accents against the gloss black upper grille. Flat black down below. As we swing around to our wheel and tire package on the LT all-wheel drive Equinox, we have a 17-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel. We have the Chevy badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy all-season tires, 235 on the width, a 65 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Like I mentioned earlier, you can get the Equinox in front-wheel drive, but then you will get a CVT for transmission instead of the 8-speed automatic. Here is the Summit White against the black accents. Of course, the white against black color combo, pretty classic look. As we move in closer, we have the Equinox call out on each front door. We're going to go with color match side view mirror caps, no LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle. Fuel filler is on the left side, and then up top we have a color matched roof, shark fin antenna, we got aluminum roof rails, and again that panoramic sunroof. Then as we swing around the back, we have the roof spoiler coming off the top, the wiper down below on the glass, but we do have a full spread of LED lighting, including the turn signals across the back of this Equinox. Chevy badge in the middle, Equinox all-wheel drive on the left side, and our exhaust is tucked up underneath the rear of the vehicle. We are under the hood of this 25 Equinox LT all-wheel drive, and we have Chevy's 1.5-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 175 horsepower, 203 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 24 in the city, 29 on the highway, 26 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price 25 Equinox LT all-wheel drive, $30,600. Like I mentioned, this vehicle has one option. That's the panoramic sunroof for an additional $1,495. Once we add that in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,395 from Chevy's San Luis Potosi, Mexico assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $33,490. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, as we move in, we're going to have black soft touch and then black plastic along the top, but soft where you're going to put your elbow. We do have some chrome door handles. We do have a soft armrest with the cross stitch, flat black on the switch gear, good sized door pocket, standard audio system into the footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the carpeted floor mats in the vehicle at this time. Seating wise, you're going to go manual seat for the driver and the front passenger. Black cloth with the light gray cross stitch with a bit of an insert design, bolstering fairly firm, headrest fairly firm. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. We go over here to the dash. We're going to have soft touch, soft touch. We do have some dark gray trim into your heat and air vent. I do like the trim design on here. I think it looks nice. Same with the air vent. Lifts up the interior a bit. We do have some light gray cross stitch. And then down below, we have a nice large glove box. And then we swing it on over to our infotainment screen. We have Chevy's 11-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot. We can go to our audio. We have our Sirius XM, as well as HD, AM, and FM, Bluetooth, Google News, podcasts, the whole 9 yards here for your music. And here you can also Bluetooth your phone, We do have built-in nav, and then we go to our music again, and then we go to our home screen where we have our Sirius XM. We have our maps up right now. We can hit this, and then we can go ahead and edit what we want to have on here. Let's say I want to put the tire pressure on instead. We can save that. Now we have our tire pressures on instead. So it all depends on what you want to see. Then again, we go back to our controls and then our home base, which gets you into all the apps. There's your CarPlay Android Auto sitting there, as well as My Chevy to hook the vehicle up with your smartphone. We can go to our settings, and then we can do our general settings, set up your clock, set up your speakers, and that sort of thing. And then we have our vehicle settings where you can set up your teen driver, lighting, comfort and convenience, all that action in here as well. You have your transportation mode if you're going to transport this somewhere, and then you go back to the beginning. So it's really quite easy. And then we go to reverse. We have a nice large backup camera with trajectory, so that looks good. We can go back to park. And we also have some widgets up top. So here's your notifications right there. Here's your lighting. We can go ahead and adjust your headlights right there. And we can also go over to this control widget, and that's going to take you into your dome light, power window lockout, put your auto high beams on, traction control, park assist. We have more controls, again, lights, drive and park. We can go to our lights. We can do all that action right here. So that is kind of the shortcut for this system right here. And then we can go back to our map, which right now isn't being displayed. Then we have 2 heat and air vents, push button start. Down further, we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Standard heat and air, so we don't have climate control in here, where you can adjust your temperature on the right side, fan speed on the left. Down further, we do have a rubberized area to store your phone, USB-C, USB-A connectivity. Another area to store things, probably your phone in here and some other doodads in here. More storage, 2 cup holders, Chevy key fob right here, lock, unlock, panic button, remote start, Chevy bow tie on the back. And then we do have a fairly soft armrest. We can open that up, and we have a larger area underneath for storage. Equinox steering wheel, we have a leather wrap wheel, 360-degree heat as well. It feels good, so I do like that. We do have some brushed aluminum to lift up the wheel, Chevy bow tie on. Horn button, a round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this Equinox at 5'11". Plenty of room in here, nice open and airy passenger cabin. On the left side, you have flat black on your switchgear with your adaptive cruise on the left. And then on the right side, you have your heated steering wheel on or off. You have your telephone voice commands, music. You have this, which is going to control the theme on your digital dash. We do have paddles to go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually if you would like. On the left side, you have your windshield wipers front and back and turn signals. Then on the right, there is your gear shift. And then down here on the left, you have your electric parking brake. There's your all-wheel drive lock button. So you can either go from 2-wheel drive or lock into all-wheel drive using this button. Auto vehicle hold, right, on or off. Engine auto stop start, on or off. Bright and dim the dash. And we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so they have you set there. And then we have our fully digital 11-inch dash, which I think looks really nice. And then you have different themes you can go through. So you can have your maps up. You can have your, I call this your adaptive cruise view or your safety suite view. You have a clean view. And you have your classic view. So nicely done, very clear, plenty of information that they can give you. And then you can go ahead and set stuff up depending on what you want to have. Here you got your radio favorites. You can click OK. And then you have your gap adjustment for your adaptive cruise. That's what that is. You want to have max gap, minimum gap. I'd probably go with max gap myself. And then you have your volume. So nicely done. Overhead console. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off and you open and close the door, this buttons remain off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road, OnStar in case you want to talk to GM, four-way hazards. Now, the roof controls, shade, and then we have slide it back or tilt it. So you'll push the button towards the roof and the shade will go back halfway, and then we push it a second time and it will go back all the way. Then we can slide the roof back, wind buffeter comes up, or we can bring it on back, and then if we want to tilt it, like I said, the right button tilts or closes, and then we can close up our shade. Like I mentioned, this panoramic roof is $1,495 option, so you can let me know whether you'd want that or not. Rear view mirror, framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function. And then we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of the Equinox, but first the rear door panel. We move in and we have the same action, right? The soft touch and the black plastic and the soft touch on the armrest. I have the seat set for my driving position. So let's hop on in. Nice flat roof, easy to get into. I got to duck a little bit, but not bad. But if you're more than 5'11", you're going to have to duck. Now, once I'm in, I got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. Very spacious back here. And then we have the cloth all the way to the back. We have a seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. And in the back here, we have two USB-Cs, two heat and air vents, and an area down below for storage. Now, as we swing around to the rear seats, we have the same color combo with the cloth and the stitching and the insert design. Pretty soft for base seats. And then we do have an armrest and a base trim. I always like that. It is semi-soft, two cup holders. So overall, it's very comfortable and very spacious here in the back seat of this Equinox. Getting in the cargo area of your Equinox, well, with the LT all-wheel drive, it's a manual tailgate. So you come to the back, right underneath the Chevy badge, there's a button, you push it and you lift up. And now, nice square shape with the rear seats up, 29.8 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the Equinox. As we move in closer, we do have this panel here. Underneath here, we have more storage. And underneath this panel right here is where you have your spare. So there it is. So thank you, Chevy, for the spare. We do have some LED lighting in the back, as well as a 12 volt. That's a nice touch on a base trim. You don't always see that. You got the front license plate bracket. You got some cubbies on either side. And you can put the rear seats down by either reaching through or going around to each door. We're going to reach through, push them down. And now, with the rear seats down and the squared off shape, 63.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Equinox. Window sticker, here we go. 25 Equinox LT all-wheel drive, Summit white black. Standard equipment is going to be left to right. There's our panoramic sunroof. Total vehicle MSRP $33,490. MPG estimates. Government safety rating is not complete yet. Made by Chevrolet in Mexico. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 25 Equinox LT all-wheel drive, and right off the bat, I got great visibility out of all the glass. No issues there. Got blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, LED lighting up front and out back for safety. So I got all that I need for safety to keep me safe on the road, and that's a good deal. Fairly good steering for an SUV. Brakes, they feel good. And the vehicle takes off all right. I mean, the 175/203 on the horses. For the weight of the vehicle, a little on the light side, I think. I think it would have been better for them to go with a 2-liter engine in here instead of the 1.5. But you let me know about that. But handling is good through the turns. It doesn't wallow as much as I would expect in a compact SUV. It's well damped, feels good on the road. You're going to get a little wind noise. You're going to get some road noise. But overall, it's not bad for a base trim with all-wheel drive. I got dual 11.3-inch displays, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. I got heated seats. I got a heated steering wheel, which feels really nice in my hands. Now I got the wide load coming the other way. Let me try to get around this guy. Joe Wide Load. There we go. And down the road we go after that encounter. Wasn't expecting that. So anyway, it's got a lot of nice stuff. I got USB-A, USB-C connectivity front and back. But what I'm not going to see in the LT all-wheel drive standard is I'm not going to see a wireless charging pad right in here. We're not going to have any type of heated seats in the back row. I mean, you know, you are paying an extra almost $1,500 for that panoramic roof. The turning radius here is about 19.5 feet, so it works out pretty well. Don't have an issue there. And now let's check out how our paddles will work. And the shift's fine. Go back down. And the 8-speed shifts just fine. So if you don't want a CVT in the Equinox, you got to go all-wheel drive, no matter what the trim is. If you go front-wheel drive, you're going to get the CVT. That's just the way this thing is going to rock here in the 25 model year. But you know what? You got plenty of interior room. It's very roomy in here. You got a good amount of space for storage with the rear seats up or the rear seats down. You get pretty good gas mileage for all-wheel drive. So they have some pretty nice stuff in this vehicle in your base trim. So I do like some value that they are bringing in here. The question becomes, this market segment is really, really packed with compact SUVs. Whether it is, you know, the Equinox, or you can look at the Buick Envision, or you have the offerings from Jeep with the Compass, and then you have offerings from the Japanese, of course, with the segment leader Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, Kia Sportage, Hyundai Tucson, Nissan Rogue. There are a lot of non-premium compact SUVs to choose from. So the question for you is, if you're in the market for this type of vehicle, is this Equinox the way that you would rock this LT all-wheel drive? Or if you want an Equinox, would you move up in trims to get some nicer interior, to get some more amenities? Or would you go somewhere else with that hard-earned money? Put it in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Ciocca Chevy of Princeton here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this brand new Chevy Equinox LT all-wheel drive in Summit White for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.